Hello there. Welcome to the fourth episode of my semi-daily art series. Super happy with the way this turned out. Yeah, I did 2 hours today of this because yesterday I had a doctor's appointment and I got home at like 8, so yeah, I made up the lost time today, but I am so happy with the way it turned out. I haven't erased all of the pencil yet, so that's gonna happen tomorrow because I don't want to like smudge any more of the ink because that already happened a little bit. Yeah, it just doesn't. It looks nothing like how I expected it to originally. I should probably not talk about the final product right now because the time lapse is going on of the production of it. So yeah, basically it's a character from a sort of it's like a story I've written, but it's not like a completed story or a story that's going anywhere. It's just sort of a basic premise of super far future. Sort of everybody's been genetically engineered, like very far in the past, and so nobody knows exactly why everybody's super like I don't know perfect, but for some people, like a combination over the years of sort of designer traits of like people like other people have designed their ancestors like genes and stuff. And so like some of those genes ended up clashing and stuff like that and sort of ended up making them super monstrous. And it's a very small minority of people that this happened to, and they're sort of outcast from society. And Needle is one of those people. The whole point of this story sort of is like they look super monstrous and deadly and stuff, but they're actually, still people. They don't just kill for fun or whatever, which is what people think they do. So, yeah, anyways, yeah, it's just a character design, I guess. I didn't really know exactly what she looked like before I did this, so it was still a pretty difficult thing to just design the character. I knew basically what, like, very, like, general details, like the teeth and the sort of, I don't know, the expression. I think at the end I got the expression right, but when I was originally sketching the close up face in the sketchbook, it kind of looks really like she's insane, but she's not supposed to be. It's just like she can't close her mouth all the way because her teeth are sort of spikes that keep her mouth open. It's kind of creepy. Uh, yeah, I'm not going to go into detail or anything like that, but it's weird. But her mouth is forced open all the time like that, sort of in a smile, but it's more of a grimace, or that's what I wanted it to be. And I think in the final piece, I got that right. Yeah, and so it definitely doesn't look, as I said, it doesn't look anything like I expected it to. Because originally I thought I was going to do like colored pencil or whatever, but I ended up doing this really dramatic, sort of shadowy picture. I think it looks super cool though. I used what is this, a Sharpie pen it's like it's not a normal Sharpie. Like I used some of like the classic normal Sharpie in this, and the ink is just blue. It's like dark blue, but it's definitely blue. And with this one, it's like black as it's very black, and it looks good. So that's what I used for most of it. That's what I used for basically everything after the really thin outside lines, which I did in that pen that I used for the last picture as well. I really like it, as I said before, but I'm very happy with the outcome. There's a few things, of course, that I need to work on. Like, the reason I ended up doing this picture instead of something else is because I'm terrible at anatomy and proportions, and so this character is sort of monstrous and doesn't have normal proportions, and that's like one of their character traits. So going with this character was, the easiest option, but I think going for easy stuff that can make you produce something that you're proud of, I think that probably is a good use of time, not in the long term, but at least in the short term to keep you motivated and stuff like that. Like, just do what you want to do and not always think about improving. But yeah, I just think it looks really cool. I have this book on my desk that I haven't read, but I've been meaning to. It's all about how to draw anatomy and stuff like that. So I'm gonna read that over the next like week or whatever, and sort of practice some of the stuff that's in that. Character design was super fun. Yeah, I definitely going to do more character design in the future, and hopefully I can improve in proportions and anatomy to the point where I can draw normal people. But I will, yeah, there's a, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but Needle is one of the main character, and then the other main character is called Twitch. And I have no idea what Twitch looks like. They're the main character, and I've never described them. So, yeah, that will be a very fun character design. I'm not going to do that next right away, but I'll do it at some point in the near future. I'll probably draw them like leaning the other direction so the pictures can sort of like go right next to each other. Yeah, but gosh, this was such a fun picture, and like so many times I thought I messed it up. I like the reason why I went for this dark dramatic lighting is because I messed up in the crotch. It looked way too high up, and I tried to fix it by filling in a little area black, but then it was the only part of the picture that had any sort of filling in at all. So then I made the outlines of everything thicker, and then I made the hair sort of all like with all those tiny little lines, and I thought that just looked so cool. So I decided to do a similar thing. So, there's that like super dramatic lighting on one side of the face and then pitch black on the other side of the face. So I decided to do that, and I thought it looked good. So I just continued down the body, and everything just looked cool. And so then at the end, I sort of added sort of lines that sort of went out of the like super sharp shading. That was just sort of to break up the lines and make it look more natural. And I think it worked. The shading looks a lot better than it did before I did that. Yeah, but the style is kind of it's inspired by, super American comic book stuff with the you know what I'm talking about if you've ever seen a comic, and it's probably pretty difficult to describe if you haven't seen a comic, but or a comic in that style. It's really really kind of intense lighting, and that's the whole deal. But it's not exactly like that, because I broke up the lines a bit with the lines that went out of the shading, and that's something that comic book artists would probably never do. But it's also inspired by this picture on the wall. I'll probably put a picture of it up now. It's been hanging on my wall for forever, and I have no idea who made it or whatever, but it looks cool. And so I sort of took a little bit of inspiration from that while making this. Yeah, but I'm recording this the night I finished it, basically. Tomorrow I'm going to erase the remaining pencil lines, because right now I don't want to erase it in case I smudge ink, because, the this Sharpie really, once I put the ink down, it really bleeds badly. So, or it doesn't bleed, but if you like touch it at all, it's still wet for a very, very long time. But yeah, very happy with the result of this one. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll be. Oh yeah, I also decided I'm gonna change something. So I'm gonna give myself 5 days to work on these things instead of 4 days. The change is so I can so 5 days allows for one extra day in case something comes up, like my doctor's appointment. In this case, I'm not going to use the 5th day, because I finished this on the 4th day, and I'm going to edit it tomorrow and post it. So I guess that's kind of using all 5 days. But yeah, but if something comes up, which it probably will, I want to be able to have a little bit of wiggle room. So yeah, every 5 days I'm going to be posting one of these, hopefully. sometimes it's going to be every 6, or it's going to come out 6 days after the previous one. I don't know. It's just going to be whatever I have time for. But I will put this is like my top priority right now. It like goes ahead of schoolwork and stuff, because it's only 1 hour. It's 1 hour that I would have spent watching YouTube or something instead. So it's not really a waste of time at all. It's a really good use of time in my opinion. And so, yeah, I meant to end this video a while ago. If you made it to the end of the video, congratulations, because this was very long and rambly. But yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye.